everyone, and welcome to Around the Metaverse, our weekly show where we bring together some of the best content creators from the blockchain and NFT gaming community, talk about all the recent news, and give you guys everything you need to know to stay up to date. The hot news on the block here, everyone's talking about it. So, last Monday, we were talking about this a bit, pretty much like the day before shit hit the fan. What essentially has been happening is, a probe went out and discovered that Alameda and FTX's financials were not as stable as they claimed them to be. Binance and CZ from Binance came out and said he was going to be exiting his entire position of the FTX token, which was his founder venture startup capital for them before they were even the top one of the top exchanges in the world. And that basically set off that was the smoke that started to come up, and then the fire just totally broke out. FTT price dumping, news story coming out about an hour ago from the New York Times that Alameda lost billions of dollars during the big crypto crash. Then when they got margin called for all the loans that they took out to make all these shitty investments, they used customer funds deposited on FTX to repay all of their loans and their liabilities. And once the word got out about the whole situation, the bank run happens on FTX. Customers go to take their funds out. The funds aren't there, and that's really where we're at now. Is he going to jail or not?
At this point, it can only go one of two ways. Either it's going to shake off the entire weight that came with being under the umbrella of Sam and his entire empire before the crash, or they're just going to go down with him. I think those are the two options. And especially because, as most people know, the name of Solana was already a little, tinted with that.
Tarnished, yeah.
Yeah, with that whole, every time Solana came up, the first one, isn't that the chain that goes down all the time? That kind of became the go-to story. And this certainly doesn't help. If I were to found a game right now and I was in between the decision of going in on Solana or something like Polygon that is getting better every day and starting more and more partnerships, I think it's just gonna it's really gonna work out for them, or it's just, this might be the last chapter.
I do think that Solana, I personally think that Solana can survive. And I saw a take that said that, ultimately Solana is supposed to be a decentralized layer one. So in the future, they should be separated from FTX. So if they're able to sever ties now, this could end up being a good thing for them. I'm not very up to date on the Solana ecosystem. I do hear it's always going down and there's problems and it's centralized and yada, yada, yada. But there are a lot of people that are bullish on it, like Michael Wagner from Star Atlas. In his statement, he said, we're very bullish on Solana. We're not leaving the ecosystem. Yes, we took a big hit. They took, I think, 50% of their runway was lost, which was around $15 million.
But they kept their money on an exchange. I'm disappointed in them.
Yeah, I know exactly right. Disappointed. Damn you, Michael.
Well, what do you think they do? Can they bounce back?
They're part of Animoca, and I believe they're gonna get. I don't know whether they'll get backing from them, but I feel like they're in a good position. Animoca's doing pretty well. Got some good games coming up. Star Atlas was gonna be one of them, or hopefully still will be. I think they've got a good product. It's just whether they can get the funds to continue that production. If they can, that's great, and I think they will survive it. 50% is a lot. I honestly, I hope they do, because I'm invested in Star Atlas. I think the idea of their game and what they want to create is really good.
Now, okay, so what I will say, and something that Iceyyy kind of hit on here real quick, and that I want to expand on, is that, actually, I think this is actually a good situation for Solana. As much as it's painful right now, I think that this is an opportunity to detach themselves from FTX, because that was the biggest thing. It was it's centralized. FTX has their hand in this and blah, blah, blah. This is a good opportunity with all the turmoil going on for the Solana communities to kind of band together a little bit more and then take this on and try and, hopefully fix some of these elements and decide that hey, this is the next evolution of this blockchain, right? We're moving beyond what it was initially. And what I can say is that, in my opinion, Solana is a strong blockchain and a strong blockchain development system as well. A lot of good developers on Solana. I think more on Solana than there were on Luna. and we're still seeing Terra Luna survive after a catastrophic failure. I mean, we're still people out there still shouting Luna Classic, guys. Luna freaking Classic. Little dicey still, but I think that there's a good opportunity here, and I think Solana will survive. I think they'll do fine. I think that this is going to be not as big of a blip as we may think, actually.
But that is all we have for y'all tonight. We're running out of time here, so we're going to hop off. Don't forget to hit the description and go to the links to all of our friends' channels here and support them as well. But that's all we have for tonight, folks. We'll catch you guys again next Monday for another episode of Around the Metaverse. That's all. We out.
Bye.